We're looking good, man. We're looking good. We're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Running in Japan. I am your host, Mark Antimate. Today, I'm going to be doing a good video for you guys. I'm going to be doing my top 5 best running shoes of 2025. You know, here we are, still at the beginning of the year. March 6th is today's date of me recording this video in Tokyo, Japan. And we have so many good shoes out at the immediate moment. God only knows when other great shoes will be released this year, but man, I feel like I got all the ones that I have. I got all the ones that I wanted. All the ones that I wanted. Excuse me, I have a harsh throat today, so I brought my little bottled water with me so that I can try not to sound like a frog when I'm addressing you guys. And not only do I have that, but I poured myself a little bit of whiskey, just a little bit of whiskey there. This is the, what do I have inside of this glass? I poured me a glass of Maker's Mark number 46. This is a Stave Profile 46, and I actually brought the bottle inside of here with me. You guys can see how much of that is left. I'm trying to drink all this up so I can go ahead and throw away this bottle, man, because it's just taking up space inside of my apartment. I need my space. Who knew that's how you make more space inside of your apartment, is you go through and drink up all the whiskey you have so that you can, you know, create more room. But if you guys know me, which you probably don't, I need to tell you guys about me. I have a lot of whiskey inside of my house. I'm actually a professional whiskey reviewer. I mostly review Japanese whiskeys, but I do also review Scotch whiskey and bourbon whiskey. I review whiskey from all over the world, right? So anyways, long story short, inside of my apartment, I have at least about 100 bottles of miscellaneous different whiskeys and spirits inside of here. So, you know, I'm trying to get rid of these bottles as fast as possible. This is the next on the chopping block because it's so close to the end. Might as well finish this one off so I can get rid of it. But today I'm drinking Maker's Mark Stave Profile 46. This is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey barrel finish with 10 French oak staves. This is 94 proof or 47% alcohol by volume, and it comes inside of a 750 milliliter size bottle. But do I have my whiskey book here to show you guys? I got it on the shelf. Let me just pull it off. You guys can get on Amazon.com and you could search for 50 Japanese whiskeys tasted in Japan, and you could buy this book from me. This is available in paperback and hardcover, and it's available on the, whatever you call it, the ebook store and Amazon. I don't know what that stuff is called, the ebook store. Let's just call it that. Anyways, go ahead and pick that one up. All right, before I go off on a tangent and start talking about stuff that's not running involved, which I've already done, I've already titled this video. This video is called My Top 5 Best Running Shoes of 2025. All right, let's get on this. This is going to be a little bit of a tough video for me to do. To a degree. I would say that when it comes to my top 5, the top 3, maybe even the top 4 are easy to choose, but the number 5 is going to be a little bit tough there. In this year, I'm very much in love with the ASICS brand of shoes. And the thing about these shoes is that they make so many different varieties to try to make a shoe that caters to your specific needs as a runner, because we are not all built the same, right? And we all have different preferences. They try to make a shoe according to everybody's preference. And so I've made it to a point in time where some of the shoes that I tried from them are a little bit overlapping to a degree. They're not perfectly the same. They're not completely equal, but they overlap quite a bit. And so when I come upon shoes like that and I like them, it's really hard to tell which one I like better over the other. Point in case is, let me check my journal. Let me check the runner's journal. This is a running journal that I write for medium.com. And I want to check my written review. This is, yeah, I want to share my screen with you guys. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that's not working. I got to get that set up again. All right, well, that's bad. I should have set that up before the video. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and look at this on my own and just kind of review my notes, and then I'll talk to you guys about it. Sorry that I can't share my screen with you guys today. I should have set that up perfectly before I had started the video, but it doesn't matter. Case in point, one of these shoes that is hard to tell which one is better over the other. I just recently did a written review over the ASICS S4 Yogiri, and I'm in the process of currently writing the ASICS Magic Speed 4 review. And between these two shoes, there's so much overlap that it's really hard to tell which one I like more, because they both kind of serve the same purpose. I believe they both have carbon plates inside of them, and they're both meant for speed, but they're not as good as the Metaspeed series. You know what? Now that I think about it, and I'm looking at this review and I can see what I wrote about this, I think I did pick a winner. I did have a final verdict, and I did pick a winner between the S4 Yogiri and the Magic Speed 4. So, to talk about what is going to be my number 5 best shoe of the year coming into 2025. We're already 3 months in. Go ahead, have a sip of this whiskey. I can already feel them frogs coming inside of my throat. All right, I've already picked a winner. My number 5 shoe is definitely going to be the ASICS S4 Yogiri. This is a follow-up to the ASICS S4. And the S4 and the S4 Yogiri, these are shoes that are limited to Japan only. They have only been released intra-Japan. They haven't been released in Australia, because I know I have some Australian runners that watch this channel. They haven't been released in other parts of East Asia. They definitely have not been released inside the United States or Europe. So right now, they're only inside of Japan, but they definitely need to make these things a worldwide release, because I feel that they are that good. They are 100% that good. But the ASICS S4 stands for sub 4. Stands for sub 4. And these are shoes that are built for people that want to run a sub 4 marathon. Unfortunately, I don't have them inside of this room with me, and I can't even do the screen share because I botched that up before I started the live stream. But to say the least, they're very good. And these shoes are attacking a wide audience. They're sort of a mid-range, middle ground shoe. A little bit of a compromise, but not too much of a compromise. When it comes to the 3 speed shoes that ASICS has, and I think they might even have 4. I can't remember the 4th one. They just have such a large lineup. We have the Magic Speed 4 is probably going to be their entry-level speed shoe. You're going to take a little bit of hit on that shoe because of the weight is going to be the most on there. They try to make them as speedy as they possibly can for the price, but they are the heaviest out of the three shoes that I'm going to talk about. The next one up beside the middle is the S4 Plus Yogiri, which is the one that I'm giving my top 5 place, number 5 of 5. And then the one after that is the 2 Meta Speed series, the Paris series, the Sky and the Edge. And this Meta Speed series is going to be the lightest weight inside of the lightest frame. And then the S4 Plus is going to be the one inside the middle. It weighs a little bit more than the Meta Speed series, but it weighs less than the Magic Speed 4. So, and the price point is in the mid-range between all of these as well. I believe this is talking about Japanese yen now. I don't know the US prices off the top of head. I think let's see here. Did I write this down? Please tell me I did. All right, I did not. The Magic Speed 4 is somewhere around 17,000 yen. The S4 Plus Yogiri is around 22,000 yen. And the Metaspeed series is around 29,000 yen. So this one is at a very good place compromise-wise. And just for the comfort levels, I feel that this shoe, the S4 Plus Yogiri, is a lot more comfortable and a lot more stable and a lot more safe than the Metaspeed series. The Metaspeed series, although they are more lightweight and faster, yes, they are definitely a lot less comfortable and they are a lot more dangerous. So I think I would rather choose my comfort and my stability over speed, which is why I'm putting the S4 Plus over the Metaspeed series. But this is my top 5 list, but if you want to adjust it to kind of cater to what it is that you like, if you would prefer the speed over the stability and the comfort, then for you, I would definitely recommend the Metaspeed series. And so that's going to be my number 5. All right. Let's see what else. The number 4 shoe. What is my number 4 shoe? I got this listed out inside the description and all that, son. And all right. Anyways. First of all, let me see if I can show you all these boxes I have up here, man. This is absolutely madness. These are all the shoes that I've been buying as of late. You guys can see my Nike box there. Got my Adidas box. I got an ASICS box. Woo. Man, I'm going to be dropping shoes all over the place. Got another ASICS box. And final. Woo. Woo. Got yet again another Nike box. So you guys can see I've been going a little bit shoe crazy in the past month. If I can raise that up. Woo. I call that the Tower of Power, man. Look at that. Now let me safely put this back down on the ground before I go ahead and drop all these things. By the way, this didn't make the cut. It almost did. This is my box for the Adidas Adizero Evo SL. This is a very good shoe and it has a purpose. Let's call this the runner-up, which I should have did before my number 5, but okay. This is the runner-up shoe, is the Adidas Evo SL. This one serves a purpose. This is a shoe that is made for those people that want to go fast for their training purposes, for your workouts. You're going to use this for your tempo runs, for your speed runs, all of that good stuff. Where there is a need for you to go fast and you don't want to run up and use up all your carbon plated shoes just for your once a week speed workouts, you're going to go ahead and reach for these. These are your naturally aspirated shoes that do not have the carbon plate inside. And For what they are extremely lightweight. And yes, they are very fast. But I don't know. There's something about these shoes that I don't necessarily like that I haven't quite placed my finger on. I guess that mostly stems from the fact that once I am finished with my speed workouts, man, my legs hurt. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing or maybe that's a bad thing. I mean, you're obviously you're supposed to feel a burn after your workout to indicate that you tore down your muscles, and they will be repairing when you're in rest mode. But this hurts my legs in a different way, like it, my knee and my shins and all of that stuff. Things things other than muscles are hurting on me after I'm done running in these shoes. At the time that you're running in them, my legs are absolutely fine, but it's after the run has concluded that I start feeling this pain inside of knees and shins and stuff like that. So it makes me knock this one down for me personally just a little bit. If you've tried this on and you ran in it and it's perfectly good for you, then that's a-okay, man. But for me, it's just not the perfect shoe. This is really a hyped up shoe, a super hyped up shoe. It meets a little bit of the hype, but it doesn't totally fulfill the hype. It doesn't meet those standards that they have put out there and what they say it is. But pretty good shoe. So that's the runner-up. The number 5, one more time. Oh, let me show those off. Here goes the actual shoes themselves. The Adidas Evo SL, the runner-up. The number 5, again, is the S4 Plus Yogiri. Can only be bought in Japan. Most people had came here for the Tokyo Marathon, and they had just left within the last 3 days. I think most people that had run in the Tokyo Marathon just this past Sunday, 99% of you guys are gone out of the country. But if you're still here and by some chance, some sliver of a chance, you happen to be watching this video right now and you hear me talking about these shoes, my number 5, definitely go out and get the S4 Plus Yogiri from any ASICS shop. You guys won't be disappointed. So now moving on to the number 4 shoe. Got them right here. Just make sure that I didn't mess this up. Okay. This is my box for the Nike Vomero 18. This is the box for them. And here goes the shoes proper right here. These things are a hit and a miss. I'm going to tell you what I like about them, what I don't like about them. And here goes last year's version, the Vomero 18. So I got both of them. I've run in both of them already. I've actually run in these shoes for the first time for the for a shakeout run that I did on Saturday with the Black and Major Run Club and Mid-Strike Magazine the day before the Tokyo Marathon. I've run in these and I was completely satisfied with them, totally satisfied with them. Problem with these things, which is not maybe going to be a problem for you, people that watch this channel, 99% of the people that watch this channel, I'm going to assume and give you guys the benefit of the doubt that you guys are bona fide runners. And then there might be the 1% that watches my channel that just loves sneakers in general, and you're a hype beast and you're wearing it either for the fashion statement or because you want something comfortable to move around in. So that's where I'm going to dock the points at for this. If you're not a runner and you're buying these shoes for everyday wear, the comfort on these could get a little bit bad towards the end of the day. So if you walk in these shoes for about 8 hours or 12 hours, which I have actually done, the first day that I bought these shoes, I wore them for 8 hours just to try to break them in without actually doing a purposeful run inside of them, just walking around. Then there was another day that I walked inside of them for 12 hours, right? The shoe is a little bit narrow. and it doesn't entirely doesn't just completely crush your foot, but you know, it does give you a little bit of discomfort at the end of the day. This one right here, the Vomero 17, especially because I was able to buy a wide version, which the Vomero 18 does not come in a wide version. This shoe is absolutely perfect. It gives you so much space throughout the entirety of the shoe, and especially inside of the toe box is so wide, your toes can splay comfortably, and you could wear these shoes all day with no discomfort at all. So for walking around in, and even for the plushness of walking, the Vomero 17 is a lot more comfortable shoe. Now for the runners, not the walkers or the sneakerheads. If you're running in these shoes for maybe a total of 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours at most, at best, right? Even 3 hours, right? You're not really going to feel that much discomfort inside of these shoes with the narrowness. You will be able to soldier through. It's only for long durations and long periods of time that you're going to feel that discomfort. But to get your run in and to get out of them immediately when you're done with the run, perfectly fine. And when it comes to running, these shoes do beat the Vomero 17. They beat the Vomero 17. This one has this very slappy, waffled pattern on the bottom. You know, there's no curvature here at the front. I mean, it's a very small curvature, super small curvature. You know, there's not really no rocker there. This one has more of a rocker inside of the front where it kind of curves up. And even there's a little bit of a rocker inside of the back. So heel landing is a lot more comfortable inside of this. Rolling off with the toeing off, just is a lot more comfortable inside of this. Toe off, because you have that slant inside of there, that curvature. These shoes are so much better for running. Let's say that the grip is about for the most part, from what I could tell, traction is about the same. It might be a little bit better on the 17, just because you have more rubber going throughout the entirety of the shoe, with this little portion here with the Nike logo inside the back that doesn't have any rubber. But just because this has more rubber on it, I'm just going to assume that this has more traction. But traction on this is perfectly fine. And I don't dock any points for this having any less rubber on it on the bottom. It's more methodically placed. It's more thought out, the placement. You see it's on both sides, on the whole right hand side, the left hand side, the bottom going around the heel. So, you know, there is no slippage inside of these shoes. No slippage, absolutely fine. So for the purpose of running, because this is a running channel, and because these are last year's model as well, this is the outgoing model. You can buy these very cheap now. If you want to save some money, go ahead and buy these. If you want to have the latest and greatest and you have the money to get them, go ahead and get these. But it's not an incremental update. This is a whole revision of the Vomero. This is not like it took this shoe as a base and then it just started working off of that and then just started subtly changing some things around and adding a little bit here, adding a little bit there, taking away a little bit here, taking away a little bit there. This shoe is a whole complete revision of a shoe, and it's nice. It's nice. What do I want to say? The breathability inside of this is slightly better than what it was inside the Vomero. Not too much more, but it is slightly better. This has more positives than negatives, and that makes this my number 4 shoe. All right. I think I've talked about that long enough. let's see where we are now. Move some of these shoe boxes out of the way. My number 3 shoe, I'm going to give it my number 3, okay? I'm going to give it my number 3. But I haven't tested the 3 and 4 back to back to actually honestly say which one is better. I'm just going based off of feeling which one I think is the best. So I'm going to give my number 3 to the ASICS Novablast 5. This shoe is a daily training shoe, a daily runner. Very much the same as the Vomero 18 is what they call a daily trainer inside the UK. This shoe serves the same purpose as this shoe, but I feel this one is a lot more cushioned, a lot more comfortable. The space that you have inside of the shoes are almost the same. I mean, man, look at this. If I put these up side by side, aside from the wild design patterns of them, you almost have the same, amount of space to work with inside of the shoe. But yeah, for this colorway, for the ASICS Novablast 5, for this limited edition for the Tokyo Marathon, this one does not come inside of a wide version. But if you get the standard colorway, not this limited edition Tokyo Marathon one, if you get any of the standard colors, they do come inside of a wide version, which gives you a lot more, not a lot more, it's very negligible space inside of the toe box, because I've actually ran in the wide version and I've run in the non-wide version, which is this. And I've actually had them both in hand, side by side. And when you look at them side by side, you almost cannot see a difference between the wide and the normal version at all. To the naked eye, you cannot see a difference at all. Let's just say that I'm giving ASICS the benefit of the doubt, and let's say that there is more foot space inside of the wide version, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to take their word at face value. But when you're looking at it, you cannot see a difference. But for the fact that it does have a wide version, yeah, that would definitely place that above this. But even the non-wide version, it's pretty good, just a little bit better than this. And the foam is a lot more comfortable for landing on, for having this on your foot for more prolonged periods of time. It's a lot better for running in. It's just, I just like this one more. But I will have to do some more back-to-back comparison runs between these two. Like, I need to run in this one day and then the very next day run in this and then come up with an ultimate winner. But at the immediate moment, I'm going to give this my number 3 shoe of 2025 as it stands this early inside the year. So, move all that to the side. Here we go with the number 2. With the number 2 shoe, we have the ASICS Superblast 2, and this is actually my second pair of these. Sorry to keep turning backwards, man. I got all these shoes on the ground behind me. Just bear with me. These are my original bad boys right here. This is a colorway that is no longer offered. So if you happen to have this colorway, congratulations. You guys are inside of an exclusive club. This is the Superblast 2 Paris edition. And these shoes were made specifically because of the Paris Olympics. That's why they have the Paris name inside of them. They wanted runners to, I guess they wanted runners to run inside of these shoes. But I imagine if anybody was running inside the Paris Olympics, they would have been using super shoes and not these. But yeah, these are very good shoes. Sounding like a frog. Let me get some water there to clear up my throat. Trying not to get sick because the weather has been absolutely crazy here. the day of the Tokyo Marathon, which was Sunday, March 2nd. Absolutely perfect weather for a marathon. It was something like 16, 17 degrees Celsius, about approximately. The very next day, it was raining and even snowing, and it was like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. So it was like a complete drop of like 11, 12, 13 degrees Celsius drop from one day to the next. So trying not to get sick from that. The Superblast 2, the Paris colorway, very nice. I ran 300 kilometers inside of them. You guys could see that I've worn the heel section on these shoes, but the grip is still good after 300 kilometers inside of these. But because you never know when there's going to be a restock of these, when there is a restock, you need to reach out and buy them immediately. So I bought my second pair. And the reason that they did a restock is because they knew that 37,000 runners would be coming to Tokyo, Japan for the Tokyo Marathon just this past Sunday. And they're going to be looking to spend their hard-earned money on running shoes. So they had an inventory stock up of this, and they released it all on the day, maybe the 2 days prior to the Tokyo Marathon. But here we are. I got a new color this time, new colorway. This colorway is called the grayish. This is called the grayish purple coral reef. Grayish purple coral reef. I got the exact same size, exact same shoe. Look the same. Just I got the light and the dark version. So this is sunlight, and this is my my moonshine right there. Speaking of which, let me go ahead. Have a sip of this whiskey that I poured, this Maker's Mark Stay 46. The reason that I give this my number 2 shoe of the year, even though that this came out like in July or something, I think this came out July 2025. 2025. This came out July 2024, right? So I guess I'm expecting a Superblast 3 in the summer of this year. At least one can hope. But, you know, this is what we have at the immediate moment, and these are still absolutely great shoes. This was my shoe of the year for 2024, but we're going to get why it's not my still my current best. But, man, this does everything that the Novablast 5 does, but it does it even better. So this is exactly the same as that. Same as this, but it does everything better than this. So this is an amazing shoe. I would recommend for you to mostly buy this and use this for all of your long runs. So if you're going to do anything between, I mean, I was using this as an everyday purpose shoe. Back at the time that I bought this, I only had a 2-shoe rotation, which was the Vomero 17 and the Superblast 2. That was my 2-shoe rotation for a majority of last year. So, but you can use this as your everyday shoe if you just want one shoe to do everything. This is it right here. But if you have the money to splurge a little bit and you can have different purpose shoes for multiple purposes, use this for your long runs. And I would consider a long run anything from 15 kilometers up. So if you're doing like 10 miles and up, something like that, definitely throw these on. For your, I'm getting at a loss of words right now. If you're doing recovery runs, that is the word of the day. Somebody write that down inside the notepad for me. If you guys are doing recovery runs, then definitely you could find better shoes for that. You would want something more comfortable like the Vomero 17 or the Novablast 5. You would want something that is max cushioned for that just to absorb those easy miles and just feel, you know, like you're running on marshmallows, running on clouds, running on air. You know, you want to be nice and comfortable. But yeah, this is going to take you through those heavier miles, and you could get in a lot of miles in this without destroying your carbon plated shoes. Use this for all your long runs, all of them. So that was my number 2 shoe of the year, Superblast 2. All right, next up. Oh, I got to get all these shoes off the desk, man. Here we go. You guys probably already know what this is. I still have not done a review of these shoes. I would like to get my review up of these tonight or tomorrow. I have to make the video, have to do all the narration, and I have to write the script for it, write everything that I like about them, write everything that I dislike about them. But this is it right here, man. This is my number 1 shoe of 2025 thus far. We still have 9 months to go, but if I'm being completely frank and honest with you guys, I don't see anything beating these shoes within the duration of the rest of this year. That's all I got to say. That's how good these shoes are. Probably the most lightweight shoes ever made. The most lightweight super shoes ever made. This is the Nike VaporFly 5. Now, I got to tell this story one last time. I'll go ahead and tell this story one last time. Oh, man. I'm getting tired of this. I got a lot of haters down inside my comment section, leaving a lot of trash comments, because when I initially made an initial impressions over this shoe, an initial impressions run, I did not own these shoes, okay? It was on February 27th of this year. Nike had loaned the VaporFly 4 Proto to me, and I had ran around Tokyo Station and the Imperial Palace grounds with the shoes on. And the loaner pair that Nike had given me, they were defective. It was a defective pair. And I gave them a benefit of the doubt, and I didn't try to say that that was my bona fide review of the VaporFly 4. But I did say inside of my initial impressions video that the shoes were off, that the right shoe, let me go ahead and pull it out the box here. I said that the right shoe that I had, that they had loaned me, this Zoom X foam here at the bottom, it was collapsed on one side, and the shoe was at an angle like this. So every time I ran, even I'm trying to land like this, I'm trying to land flat, right? The shoe would land on the street like this at a collapsed thing. Just this whole Zoom X foam going along the whole side would just collapse to one side. The whole shoe was, trying not to curse, the whole shoe was effed up. We will say that. The whole shoe was effed up. And even as disappointed as I was to be running in these messed up shoes that could have potentially injured me, I could still see the potential inside of them and see how great of a shoe they were. I could still tell the fact that they were the lightest running shoe that I have ever worn in my entire life. And if it was leveled and there was nothing wrong with the defective shoe, I could tell that the cushioning would have been there inside of the back and all around the shoe. It would have just been a maximum comfort super shoe is what I wanted to say. So I had mentioned inside of my I had mentioned inside of my initial impressions video about that collapsed foam, and people were adamant, they were telling me It is not the shoe. It is 100% you. They were saying that to me. It is 100% you in your running gait. You don't know how to run correctly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the shoes and blah, 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 blah. And they were trying to tell me my own lived experience. This is my lived experience. I put on these shoes and they were bad. The guys that were leaving these trash comments did not run in these shoes. You haven't even seen these shoes. You haven't even held them in your hands and touched them. And you want to say that they're perfect shoes, and you want to point the finger at me and say that that it's my running style why the shoes are bad. I told you guys, I wasn't asking your opinion. I told you as a fact that the shoes that I ran in was defective, right? 2 days later, these shoes released on March 1st, the day before the Tokyo Marathon. I went inside of Nike. I bought the shoes with my hard-earned money. These are not something that is given to me by Nike. I bought this with my own money, even after running in those defective shoes 2 days before, because I trusted the fact, I was 99.9% certain that that was an isolated incident, that it was a one-off, and that all of the shoes were not going to be like that. And I knew that when I buy the shoe that it was going to be good. And of course, obviously, I tried it on inside of the store at Nike Ginza before I paid the money and walked out of the store with them. So I tried them on inside of the store, and I knew from the get-go that it was a perfect shoe. Forked over the money. The same day, March 1st, 2025, I went for a Tokyo Marathon shakeout run. That was my second shakeout run in 1 day. I did 2 shakeout runs in 1 day. I ran 5 kilometers around the perimeter of the Tokyo Imperial Palace inside of these shoes. And it was easily one of the fastest runs that I have ever done in my life. These are by far the fastest shoes that I've ever run in my life. These are by far the most lightweight shoes that I've ever run in my life. And for as lightweight as they are, the comfort is there. This is almost as close as you could get to a perfect shoe as you possibly can get, which is why I am putting these at my number one for the best shoe of 2025 as it stands now early in the year. I don't think anything else is going to come out that's going to be better than this at all. I mean, yes, ASICS might be working on the next flavor of this, right? They could come out in the summertime with the Superblast 3. Who knows? But even if the Superblast, I can't say that with certainty, but I could say with confidence, not with certainty, that even if they came out with a Superblast 3 and it builds upon this shoe and it's an improvement in all facets, I still don't think even an improved Superblast 3 is going to be better than the VaporFly 4s. This is almost the perfect running shoe, man. That is all I got to say about that. But yeah, be on the lookout, guys, because I got reviews that I have not done yet that I need to do the proper review. Not the live stream video like I'm doing right now, but I want to make a proper review video where I get in, talk about my likes, dislikes, and get out within 6 minutes. Just give you guys something that's something quick and easy for you guys to digest. Get all the information that you need to make an informed buying decision on whether you need to buy the shoes or not. But man, I'm currently making the review of the Vomero 18. I bought these day one. These came out on the 28th or the 27th of February. Whenever was the release day of these, I think it was the 28th of February. I bought these on day one. Nike has not given me any of this. Although if you're watching Nike, listen, we got to talk. Nike. I say that like the Florida Joker. I would love to have them guys sponsor me. I am the biggest Nike fanboy that there is. And I'm just going to put it out there. I absolutely love, I am enamored with their running shoes. There's a lot of people that has been crapping on Nike in 2024 and especially in 2023. People were saying that, you know, they've fallen behind, they've fallen off, they're not making good shoes anymore. I mean, you guys have to be absolutely crazy to believe that. Let me just go to Nike.com real quick and tell you guys the hitters from Nike that they have put out, right? Let's go to the running shoes real quick. Obviously, this is their number one shoe. And even though I don't have these shoes, I'm going to tell you what else is great from them. Oh, I could have, this is going off on a small tangent. I could have bought the Streak Fly 2 the same day that I bought these shoes. I could have walked out of the store with both of them, but just buying this was enough for me. I don't need the Streak Fly 2, especially because I'm inside of Tokyo, Japan. There's really no track for me to run on, no running track near my home. Or there's not a running track that I could get to within inside of my vicinity, inside of my neighborhood that I could get to quickly or easily. So there was no need for me to buy that. But I do believe those would have been good shoes, the Streak Fly 2. These are hitters. And the... Oh, come on, man. How come I can't find these shoes? I know there's a lot of people that love the new Pegasus. I haven't ran in those shoes, so I can't attest to them. There is a really great shoe from Nike, and I can't even find it right now. You know how I can find it? Let me just do a search, because it's part of the Ekiden pack. So if I can remember what was inside of that Ekiden pack, then I could tell you guys what it is. It was definitely a hitter of a shoe. Okay, I got the information pulling up right now on my screen. All right, here we go. The Zoom Fly 6. There we go. That shoe was a hitter. This shoe was a hitter. The Vomero is a hitter. And I know quite a few people that happen to like the Pegasus and the Pegasus not the one with that big foam inside of the bottom, but the other one. Is that the Pegasus Premium, the one that has that, the air bubble that runs throughout the whole unit? I'm getting all their, yeah, not the Premium. That shoe is kind of, I did run in that shoe, by the way, and I need to do a review over that shoe as well. Thank you for reminding me, Mark. That shoe was excellent for every bit of 4 minutes, and then by minute number 5, I was like, yeah, this shoe's a gimmick. It's a novelty. For walking around as a hype beast for styling inside of the city, those would be good. For the purpose of running, those shoes are way too heavy for what they are. If they can take off like 100 grams off of those shoes would be nice, right? But those shoes are not good. But the Pegasus Plus, I know people that like the Pegasus Plus and the bare bones Pegasus. Vomero 18's a hitter. VaporFly 3's a hitter. AlphaFly 3's a hitter. Zoom Fly 6 is a hitter. Nike has just been making a lot of great shoes, man. So I don't want to hear people talking down and talking crap on Nike, because I don't think you guys really know what the hell you're talking about, especially if you haven't run inside the shoe. I think it's just an echo chamber where a lot of people are hearing some YouTubers hating on Nike because it's the cool thing to do is to hate on Nike in 2025. So when they hear other people say it, then they get on their channels and then they start, reverberating what it is that they hear. And they're just talking completely sideways, man, just talking greasy about Nike. But Nike is Nike is bona fide hitters, man. And they give ASICS a run for their money. But here we go. This is how I'm going to close out the video like this. My favorite running brand of 2025. It's definitely a toss-up between ASICS and Nike because obviously you guys can see a majority of my running shoes that I have here and that I presented on this video have come from either of these two brands. Which one am I gonna go with as being the better of the two? Bro, that is really tough. That is really tough. I think it's safe to call it a draw. I think it is safe to call it a draw. And this is why. This is definitely a better shoe than the Superblast 2. But that's comparing apples and oranges because this is a bona fide race day shoe where that is a training shoe made specifically for long runs, for your weekly long runs. So it's kind of hard to compare apples and oranges. And they're both fantastic shoes, but even still, if I had to compare them, this is a better shoe than the Superblast 2. But then we got these right here. I'm going to say that the Novablast 5 is just a tad bit of a better shoe than the Vomero 18, but these are very comparable. You could flip a coin and get either one of these shoes and you're not going to complain either way. But I'm going to say that the ASICS is better than this one. And then the other shoes that I would like to compare, the Zoomfly 6. Let's compare the Zoomfly 6 with the... Let's compare the Zoomfly 6 with the S4 Plus Yogiri. That's really tough because the Zoomfly 6 is a versatile shoe that can do everything from Nike. And the S4 Plus Yogiri is more of a speedster shoe with a carbon plate inside of it, made more for speed workouts, speed runs, things like that. I think I would have to give the edge to Nike on this just because the Zoomfly 6 is a lot more, you could do a lot more with that one shoe. And I would say that that's better to use more often. If you can only buy one shoe between the S4 Plus Yogiri and the Zoomfly 6, get the Zoomfly 6. So 3 for 3. I guess I would kind of have, I'm going to give it a tie. But if I had to pit one above the other, like somebody held a gun to my head, probably the Nike's gonna come out on top as being the my shoe brand of the year thus far. Who knows? This all could change in the future. We got 9 months ahead of us, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I don't want to stretch out this video too long. Oh, we got a comment inside of here. This is at Sushi inside of Japan. He's watching me do the video, and he says, "You are talking about shoes and love smoothly." I think I understand what he's saying. All right. Thank you, at Sushi, and thank you for watching. I need to finish up this whiskey right here. Let me finish this up real quick. Delicious. One more time. This bottle is the Maker's Mark Stave Profile number 6. This one has a very smooth finish to it. You know, this is bourbon. So this has that very mellow caramel and vanilla taste to it. It definitely has a toffee and caramel and vanillic smell to it. Absolutely wonderful whiskey. One of the best that you could possibly buy for the money especially in terms of bourbon. Trying to finish up this bottle so that I can go ahead and throw it away and make some room inside of my apartment. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching this video over my top 5 best running shoes of 2025 so far. It's been a pleasure. Before I close out, I'm going to need you guys to like, comment, subscribe. If I can go to my channel right quick, what it is that I want to tell you guys about my running channel is that I currently have 616 subscribers on this channel. YouTube has been ripping me off. They have been highly ripping me off. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. I got 120,000 lifetime views on this channel since I started it less than a year ago. If this channel was monetized, I easily made about $2,000 worth of ad revenue. But because I don't have my 1,000 subscribers on this channel yet, YouTube won't let me monetize the channel until I hit my 1,000 subscribers. So what they have been doing, these bad guys at YouTube, they have been running ads on all of my videos. Even I have not put those ads there. They have monetized all of my videos, and they have just been taking all that ad revenue money from the ads that they've been running on my videos. And I have seen 0%, $0 out of that. And they have just been pocketing all of that. So I need you guys to really help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button right now. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize, start making money for myself. Because what it is, man, not only are you helping me to live, because I would like to do this full time. I'm being completely frank and honest with you. I'm tired of working for other people. I would like to be able to do this full time. But it's not just the fact that I want to live my own dreams and stop working for other people. I mean, I'm working for myself as it is right now, but I would just like an easier life. Let's just say that. Keep going off on these tangents and forgetting what I was going to say. You know, it's not just the fact that you're helping me out, but once I have a monetized channel and I'm making the money, I can reinvest so much back into the channel, and I could just keep buying more and more and more shoes to review for you guys, for the sake of your entertainment or for the sake of your infotainment, the sake of your information, so that you guys can make a more informed purchasing decision when you go out there to these shoe shops and you're trying to decide and determine which shoe it is that you want to buy. Because I understand you guys may not have a lot of money. You know, you're like, you might say to yourself, I have $250, or I have a budget of $200, or I have a budget of $150. And I can only go out there and I can only buy one shoe, right? You say I can only buy one shoe. What is the best shoe that I can buy for the money that could do everything that meets a majority of my needs? And you come over to my channel and I have that review. Bam, I have it up so that you guys can watch that. And you say, oh, okay. All right, it makes sense. That's a very logical take on that. I think based on what he says, I think this shoe would be best for me. And then you go out to the store and you buy that one shoe for you. You go home, you're happy with your purchasing decision, and you don't have buyer's remorse. You don't have buyer's remorse. You're very happy with what it is that you paid for, and you're happy with me for recommending it to you. But the more money I make, the more shoes I can review, and the more better or just more recommendations in general I can throw at you guys. So you do want to support me. So not only do I want you to like, but to the concurrent viewers that are watching this video live as it is at the immediate moment of me speaking, hit that like button, man. Help me out on the algorithm because I want more people to see this. Want more people to see it. So just hit the like button. Help the algorithm out, and I will be back shortly. There are some things that I like to show to you inside of the next video. This is just a little bit of a preview, but I'm not going to do the video right now. Hang tight. Man, I got about 100 shoes on the floor. If you guys could see what it looks like on my floor right now, it looks like a Lego explosion. Just navigate around all this. Hang tight, guys. I'm just going to leave you to it for like 10 seconds. Ooh, yeah. All right, there we go. All right, it's right here. All right, there we go. We got that. And we got this one right here. Check out this medal right here. I'm going to tell you guys how I won this medal. You know, after I started running and I started doing all these internet searches for running shoes and running tips on Google, and I'm looking at all these running videos on YouTube and such, Facebook, not only Facebook, but Instagram as well, had been hitting me with targeted ads. And those targeted ads were for something called the Conqueror, the Virtual Conqueror Challenge, or the Conqueror Challenge, or Virtual Conqueror, something like that. These are virtual kind of long distance runs, walks, cycling endeavors that you can go on. And once you finish your virtual run, they will send you a medal inside of the mail. So I already have 2 of these. I have one that I have yet to open, but I want to open this on camera. So this is still inside of this. It has been mailed to me, but I have yet to take it out of the package. And this one is the Tokyo one. Now, the great thing about this is that I just didn't want to just be a virtual runner or a digital runner. So me living inside of Tokyo, Japan proper, I went out to all the places on their virtual map. And I ran around the course around the virtual course that they created. And I did the run live and in person. So when I received this medal inside of the mail, it means something extra to me, more extra special to me than what it does to everybody else that has this, because I have physically went to all of these places by running on foot, with my own feet, with my own eyes, looking at all of these landmarks. Whereas the other people that have taken this virtual challenge test, they're completing it on a treadmill. They're inside of countryside, United States, and just running around the block, and they do it. But I did it, man. I did it. So this means something special to me, and I got this one as well. But I want to talk more about this inside of the next video. So this is going to be inside of probably my next live stream. And I do want to make a quick video about this as well. Like, you know, a 5 to 10 minute video that you could digest quickly. And then I want to get more into it with a live stream where I go into great detail about the Conqueror Challenge, show you guys on the back end what it looks like and all of that kind of stuff. So, all right, that's that. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching. Getting ready to close this video out. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. It has been a fantastic week for the Tokyo Marathon. I'd like to thank everybody that came to Japan for the Tokyo Marathon. I have taken some professional photography. That's another job of mine, a professional job that I do. I'm a professional photographer. I had taken some photos. I did 5 photo shoots since the marathon has ended. One of my photos, the World Marathon Majors, has already picked up my photo and has shared it worldwide, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so blessed that that my work is being seen around the world. You know, I couldn't ask for anything else. You know, I work hard. I work really hard, and I don't really get the recognition that I deserve. But, you know, if you don't get the recognition you deserve, give your own self your own flowers. Don't wait for other people to give you your flowers. Give the flowers to yourself. This is a speech that I heard a guy, Zaire, say to me for the shakeout run that we did the day prior to the Tokyo Marathon. And it resonated with me because it's so true. Like, you know, I do a lot of hard work, amazing work, and it's just like I just don't really get seen for it. I don't get recognized for it. But I don't want to put my ego out there because I would like to remain in a humble state. And when I do get seen, I thank you guys, and I thank Jesus for the opportunity of being seen, but I don't want to let it get to my head, or I don't want to make me feel like I'm better than what I am or worthy. It feels good, and at the very least, the thing that I could just say the most is thank you. But it feels good to finally be recognized. So, World Marathon Majors, they shared one of my photos from last year on their Instagram page, and they shared one of my photos from this year on their Instagram page. And you guys just don't know how much that helps me out, just having worldwide recognition for your work. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. I'm not crying. You are. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Salute to you wherever you may be out inside the world. And I will see you guys in the next one. And until next time, peace. I'm out.